tell me a little bit about this latest Zashi release. What's exciting about it? What's the highlight for you?
I feel like it's almost groundbreaking because Zashi is entering this sort of transformation in my mind. And so besides like those two really main features that this release is about, we did a lot of work on the UI and UX. And so we implemented the new design system across the app. We have unified the buttons and the way things look. And we are kind of progressing slowly through redesigning very thoughtfully different parts of the app. And so apart from the two main features, which are request Zach and address book, there are a bunch of UI improvements that we really are excited about and want to iterate on with the users and see how they would be kind of received, because there are quite a few things that we are changing, and we want to make sure that it's kind of going hand in hand with the feedback that we are getting and that I have been diligently collecting for the past few months. And so it's exciting to see things come to fruition and being implemented, because I think we really have to work closely with the users, especially with the lack of analytics and any other ways to kind of navigate, right? How to make the improvements so that they are the best that they could possibly be. The experience is really something that the users want to just explore and enjoy day by day. So having the early adopters that share with us their feedback, and having a lot of people dedicated, really Zashi kind of core people who are very much just interested in giving us their feedback. So that's really cool. That's the most exciting part for me.
So you mentioned lack of analytics. Can you elaborate a little bit? Why don't we have analytics?
Well, it's obvious, kind of, isn't it? So we try very hard as much as we can not to know anything about our users. And so not having any sort of tracking analytics that would help us understand, the movement of the user through the product, and how many times certain buttons are tapped, in comparison with certain other buttons, and all that kind of analytics that you can have when you do a consumer app. And a lot of apps in, everywhere in all the spaces across the different businesses kind of use this as a tool to navigate their product development. We don't have anything like that. We try very hard, really to know as little as possible. The only thing that we track are crashes, so we can debug problems, and those are shared basically without any sort of identifiable data, just giving us an idea on what kind of device the crash happened on. And so this is kind of a little problematic area, and for me as a product manager.
So in the absence of analytics, how do you make decisions?
Well, we cooperate very closely with somebody who does user research, right, Tatiana? So that's one of the things that feels like a partnership. So I think that's big part of how we should be making decisions, because we need to navigate and know certain patterns that are repeating, because one user's feedback doesn't necessarily mean that you can immediately act on it, but maybe it can stimulate the team discussion. Maybe there's other users reaching out with the same piece. So understanding if it's a pattern or if it's like a one-off that just one user wants, that's probably one way to judge. And there are also other sort of business and vision priorities, right? When it comes to where you want that product to go, how you want that product to develop, and which kind of audience do you want it to appeal to. And last but not least, like I mentioned, the work with you and having the data from user research, that's really helpful. And so I'm really excited, to have all those people around. We have almost 200 people on our Discord server at the moment. And there are a lot of people who are sharing the feedback with us through a variety of sources. So support emails, forum, Twitter, other places like that, and other socials. So it's really, really cool and productive, because we get feedback on everything that is happening, and can iterate with the users so that we can improve on that experience.
Okay, so the message here is that we're flying blind and we need as much feedback as we can get. So
maybe this could help, to get some traction for our next Zashi survey.
I know
that would be awesome.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, so I think really it's collecting all those things and piecing them together, because things have and ideas have different weight, and so then you take into account feasibility and how it aligns with the kind of bigger goal that we have in mind.